What's up guys, MrGimms back again, and today we're doing another special highlight about two subjects because I've kind of been a little bit behind on the trend because I had a busy weekend. Just being out with the family and everything was absolutely brilliant, but I missed the cross features update. I want to quickly go through that, and then I want to touch on the matchmaking changes, and this just came out about 2 hours ago, so I'm a little bit behind on this one as well. However, we're going to go through it together as well. These are on the Dead by Daylight forums, guys, in case you guys are wondering. But before we get into all that, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and we're really pushing to get that 3,000 subs at the moment. We're doing absolutely brilliantly, and yeah, it's just I can't believe it. It's going amazing. But anyway, let's quickly go over the cross features. As mentioned during the anniversary live stream, we are planning to add crossplay feature into Dead by Daylight, as it is a topic widely discussed in the community. We are here to provide you with more clarity on our vision regarding crossplay, cross friends, and cross progression. Dead by Daylight is now available on multiple platforms and soon Stadia. I still need to look into it. It's like a Google thing. I don't know what it is. And we'll join that lineup. While a few years ago it was impossible to imagine that crossplay could be a thing in video games, it now seems a logical choice for us. That's awesome. Our aim has always been to make sure players can play together as a fully connected community, and today we are excited to share more about the plan. That's brilliant. Crossplay and cross friends. They always have a funny name for things, don't they, these guys? It's not a battle pass, it's a rift. 10 months ago, we introduced crossplay on PC with the release of the game on the Windows Store. It's interesting because I actually mocked that at the time. I was like, who the fuck buys anything from the Windows Store? Honestly, I just don't know enough people who do that. Meaning I don't know anyone who does that. And being a gamer, that's a bit concerning. But turns out that was just a window for more opportunities. So I kind of think that's cool. So that was the beginning of it. Crossplay was already on our minds even before this release, and thus linking these two platforms together came naturally. Crossplay went live a few days after the release of the Windows Store, greatly improving the player experience. I don't know about that bit, but yeah, sure. But that was only the beginning, as the following two topics were listed as the most requested by the community. Play with friends from other platforms, cross friends, and cross progression. Cross progression being a key one that I get in the comments all the time. All the time. So it's good to finally be able to do this video. In theory, cross friends, a feature to add players from platform to another, was a matter of production efforts. I get it. It would have taken a lot. Licensing as well. Sony being a fucking tight ass. Cross friends is now live on Windows Store and Steam as a beta test, and so far we are receiving amazing feedback. However, we wanted to make sure that the crossplay aspect of the feature would not impact the general player's experience. We knew players would ask about balancing. Yeah, this is the big boy. Matchmaking time, network communications, etc. We investigated our data, ran playtests, and gathered feedback, and now we are confident moving forward with the release of crossplay on console. This is really cool. Yeah, balancing is going to be a major issue. And we got a nice little image here of the new cross friends sort of HUD, I guess you'll call it. That's cool. It's got the Windows Store, and it'll have all the different symbols, I guess, of like Xbox Live and PlayStation Network and that sort of thing. Cross friends mock-up, yeah. We don't need to read this bit. It really doesn't do anything. Cross progression is a big point to this. Allowing players to team up with their friends from other platforms was the first step to break barriers between platforms. We know that some of our players are active on several platforms, and cross progression is also at the top of their wishes from our community. I believe that. We are thrilled to announce that we are preparing the first steps towards cross progression, and it will be available for Steam, Google Stadia, Nintendo Switch in September. So they're just knocking out these three first. Don't worry, I think it'll come for the rest. Players will be able to share their progression, purchases, and inventory on those three flat platforms. Exceptions might have to be made to accommodate for some external licensing needs. They're talking about Microsoft and PlayStation Network there. That's what they're talking about. As of today, we cannot make cross progression available on other platforms, and we have no guarantee that it will happen because it takes fucking them so long. It's not DVD's fault, mind you. However, we know that the community's wish, and we will continue. We'll keep trying to make it happen, and I believe that. I honestly do. How will cross progression work? Merging several years of games progression of millions of players is a technical challenge that few games are trying to tackle. Yeah. We spent lots of time preparing and discussing the best way to provide cross progression to our players. We want to make sure the transition will be smooth and that we protect our players' progression. Yeah, this would be a massive point of contention. You have to understand that this would be mass amounts of work. Mass amounts of work. In order to achieve a good transition, we need to build a brand new ecosystem. Yeah, players will have to create a behavior account to link their progression so our server can merge it. So yeah, you'll have to have a behavior account, which is something another new thing we'll have to have, unfortunately. But you know, I'm totally for it if it helps the community. So, but anyway, that's about it so far. These three things are the first to come in, which is Steam, Google Stadia, and Nintendo Switch. I think that's a cool move. They're doing the lower sort of... I mean, I can't believe Nintendo Switch is in that bracket now. But those three things there are sort of on the easy to use, easy to get licensing agreements for crossplay and cross progression. Don't worry. I honestly think with time and effort on both parts, Dead by Daylight and Sony and Microsoft and whatever, they will get the licensing requirements. So don't fret. It will happen, in my opinion. I honestly have faith in them to do that. But overall, crossplay is going to be brilliant because it means we're going to have more matches constantly. The only thing that stands out between all this whole article, is balancing. The balancing of, you know, sort of people are worried about console to PC, who's the better, you know, sort of system, who's going to run better, who's going to be able to play better. The mouse, in my opinion, mouse and keyboard has a lot more flexibility. I'm not comfortable with control pad in most games, but we'll see what they come up with. They might be able to come up with some sort of system where the sensitivity is better and all sorts. So give them some time. I honestly have faith in them to do that. But the newest news, and we've been waiting for this one for a while, the matchmaking changes, status update. Today we have enabled the first phase of our matchmaking system for all regions on Xbox One. Just Xbox, okay. What? Today we have enabled the first phase of our new matchmaking system for all regions on Xbox One, so okay. Read on for more info, blah, 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 blah. We have been running smaller tests of the system on select Xbox One regions for the past few weeks, and the results have been encouraging. The rollout on all Xbox One regions is the next step to testing the system on a wider audience, so everyone else basically. If all goes well, we are planning on rolling out this feature for all platforms in a couple of weeks. Shit in hell. Okay, so they're just testing on Xbox. Fair enough. The next phase that you will notice goes live with the upcoming mid-chapter update. Holy shit. Okay. We are no longer allowing killers to switch their character while searching for a match. I noticed that in PTB. Remember that, guys? Or once in a lobby, excluding custom matches. This will allow the new matchmaking system to track players' skill with each killer individually and match them against more appropriately skilled opponents based on their killer selection. That's kind of cool. To put it simply, if you are great with the Oni but you struggle with the Nurse, you will now be playing against stronger survivors when you play the Oni than you do with the Nurse. This is really, really very impressive and good. I can't believe they're doing this. I don't know if it'll work, but in theory it's great. What does this mean? The most obvious thing you will see in the new system is when it's active is there will be a greater variation of ranks in your single match. Rank 1's playing rank 20s. It's possible. Don't panic when you see this, as ranks are not a true indicator of players' skill and are no longer used for matchmaking. Yeah, I don't think they have for a while. They've been testing this longer than they're saying. Additionally, the system comes with a revamped algorithm for matchmaking as a whole. This should improve wait times for finding matches and will continue to tweak this part of the system to improve them further over the coming months. Why replace ranks? Because they're shit. Ranks are not a great way of figuring out how a good player is at the game because it's primarily focused on how often you play and not on how skilled you are when you play. I disagree with that as a killer. Based on our matchmaking studies, there are a great deal of low-ranked players, 15-20, who can easily play just as well as high-ranked players 1-5. But they simply don't have enough games in a month to increase their rank before they reset on the 13th. As in an inverse, there are ranked 1-5 players who perform at levels more typical of lower ranks, but they play so many games that their rank is higher than expected. This results in unpredictable games. All 5 players may have the exact same rank but wildly different. Yeah, fair enough. Skill levels in practice making matches unbalanced. Okay. How are ratings better? So it's an MMR system. Just call it that. Not a rating system. Call it an MMR. The new, matchmaking rating is what MMR is. So I don't know why they don't use words that other people use, like every other game uses. The new rating system is focused on measuring a player's skill and... Yeah, exactly. So this is just MMR. That's all this is. All this is just MMR. That's cool. I like it. Good. By using this new system, we are able to place players into a more balanced matches more often. When a match is unbalanced, the system will know exactly how unbalanced it is or adjust the player's rating accordingly. Okay, cool. Why are there still ranks? Yeah. Matchmaking has been and continues to be one of the hottest topics we hear about. Yeah. And we have been listening. To get this implemented as quickly as possible, we have decided to roll it out independently of a rework or of the rank system. That doesn't mean we don't have plans for ranks, however. We are exploring different ideas like turning them into a monthly activity tracker and rewards system. Shit and hell yeah. When we are ready, we'll communicate more about that. That's awesome. That's awesome. If you have questions, guys, go ahead to the DVD forums. All the social media channels, they're the best ones to do. Twitter's good for it. Wow, okay, so that's a pretty big update. That's a pretty big change. My overall thoughts on matchmaking is it's good theory. Let's see how it goes, though. I do like the idea of playing nurse and getting, you know, sort of high rank survivors, like, you know, rank 20s and 18s and whatever. And then you play, for me, like play Trapper, you'd be getting a rank 1 to 5 sort of thing. So I really like that idea. I'm kind of keen on that. But, you know, we'll have to see more going forth. And in terms of the crossplay, I'm absolutely excited about this. I mean, it's going to improve more match waiting time. Same with this, I guess. They said they're going to wait. It's going to lower waiting times in queues because they're going to be doing that MMR system, which they're not calling MMR for some reason. But overall, these two are very positive, guys. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are as well. Yeah, Jesus Christ. This is good news. They're impressing me. They're impressing me. The Hillbilly chain, took them down a notch. This is impressing me. Right, guys, that's about it for me for now. Remember, I'm currently streaming at the moment. Feel free to tune in. I stream Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. That's UK BST time at the moment, and I hope to see you guys there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'll see the rest of you in the fog. See you later, guys.